So is there benefit for a guy to have a girlfriend?
Yeah, do you think basically it's better off for a man in 2024 to have this, I'm just going to, focus on myself. If I have, sexual intercourse, whatever, with someone, it happens. But other than that, I'm not going to commit. Do you think it's better for a man to do that in this day and age?
So you won't. Because these men don't want to break up the family, they cheat and keep the family.
Bad excuse.
So you'll say break the family up.
So you want your wife.
So you'll say break the family up for some pussy. Is that what you're saying?
No,
That's what you're saying. That's what she said.
Break up. I'm breaking up with you to get some pussy.
Okay, I've just come out of a situationship. And there is a really nice guy around me who's been friends with me for about 5-6 years, and I know he likes me. He's honestly, he's funny.
Oh, that guy. That's
I was gonna say.
And I just feel so bad.
But wait, how long? 5 years?
5 years.
You're sitting there for 5 years. We're not gonna get that pussy. Hey, we're not gonna get that pussy.
I'll be so nice.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Let me ask you the question. Okay. That's communication. It's just not the communication.
Love bombing is communication.
No, what happens after? What happens after the love bomb?
There's no communication.
There you go. That's communication.
Yeah.
It's just not the communication you want. Hello, everyone. I'm the dating analyst, and welcome to my channel. We are back for episode 6. We've got King in the house.
How's it going, guys?
So he's back. I want to tell everyone, obviously, we took a little break from episode 5 to now episode 6. But this year, we're going to be bringing episodes each week. New girls, new subjects, all pertaining to dating, and we're going to find out if we can actually bring couples back together. Can we bring the men and the women back? I don't know. King, can we do it?
No, I'm joking.
Well. Don't ask us. We're going to go to the couch. Who's on the couch? Hello, ladies. We got Anna in the house. How's it going, Anna?
What's up?
Anna's shy, first time. That's okay. And on the other side, we got
Jada.
How's it going, Jada? You okay?
I'm good.
Thank you for coming and joining us for episode 6. It's going to be fun. Me and King are going to have a little nice chilled entry to the new year, all right? So we're going to start this session a bit different now because, I've been reading the comments and then a lot of the guys are saying, okay, the girls are talking and we don't know their background. So have you girls ever spoke to a dating analyst before?
Never.
Okay. So we're going to start one at a time. Who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
You'll go first, yeah? Okay. So I'm just going to go first just to ask you a few questions just relating to dating, your background, and then so when you give your opinions later in the show, people can understand where you're coming from and exactly and like that. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So age first?
Oh my God, why did I just have to think about that? 31.
31, okay. And what country are you from?
Persia.
Oh, very nice. Got Persia in the house, everyone.
Persia.
Okay. So, what's your longest relationship?
Does on and off count?
Oh, on and off counts because, yeah.
So 18 to 25, how many years is that? 7.
7 years, 18 to 25, your longest relationship. And do you think that was the one you really loved or?
I think it was more lust than it was love. Like looking back at it now.
Yeah.
But when I was younger, I was like young and dumb. So
yeah.
I thought it was love, but it wasn't.
Okay. And then after him, did you find another guy that you felt you loved more?
Yeah, because I wear my heart on my sleeve. But that relationship was very traumatic and it's led me to be how I am now and why my relationships, my most recent ones have failed.
What, the 7-year one?
From it, yeah.
The 7-year one was quite toxic. And you felt like you couldn't move on and trust men in the going forward?
Very toxic, yes.
Okay, that happens quite a lot. And you said that he wasn't the one you loved. There was another one that you felt you loved more.
I love him as a friend now.
Sorry?
I love him as a friend.
No, like genuinely love. Like you felt like you're going to be with him.
At the time I did, but no.
Yeah. So who's the one that you felt like you loved?
Do you know what? I don't actually think I found the love of my life yet.
Okay. That's all right. So you got 7 years relationship, 7 years longest relationship. You understand it kind of affected your ability to move on and find love with other people.
Absolutely.
Okay. Quite experience. All right. Jada, how's it going?
I'm good.
Yeah? Age?
35, going on 36.
Oh,
September.
experience, huh?
Well, I don't know about that, but
All right, guys, look, we got like, 66 years of experience on the couch right now. So,
Together.
you know, we got some experience on the couch.
that's doubling up numbers.
Innit?
I'm joking, girls. Sorry.
Let's talk about your ages, yeah?
All right,
We
all
don't
right.
mind. We don't mind.
We can do that. Men start at 40, innit?
Yeah,
Life starts with men at 40, they say.
100%, 100%.
But sorry, Jada, too.
Yeah.
Longest relationship?
My longest relationship, God, that's a hard one. That would be my ex, like in America. 7 years.
7 years.
On and off, back and forth. Yeah.
Was it a long time ago?
Yeah, but we're still really good friends.
Okay. So what about for the last like 5 years? Have you had a relationship or the longest one?
Oh God, minus lockdown. That's a tricky one, isn't it?
Lockdown doesn't count.
So before lockdown, I was supposed to go back to America to be with my ex, and then I met. So it was about maybe 2 years, 2019. I met Adam. Oh God, I should have really put that in my thing.
That's all right. So how long was you with
You
Adam?
were the worst mistake of my life. She's like,
Adam, bro, sorry.
Adam, you got hit.
sorry.
Mate, you got
You know
exposed
what
on the
it
dating
was?
shows.
My late grandfather always told me anyway, like I really believe I've never brought things from a last relationship into a next relationship. And I know this is going to sound really like bad, but I've never been the problem.
Okay, no worries. We're gonna go there. Okay. That's okay. We're gonna get there. All right. We're jumping. These girls want to skip. Okay. So Adam, how long was you with Adam for?
So we were together for a year, but it was very intense.
Okay. And you felt like he could have been the one?
Absolutely not.
So why did you stay with him?
Because it was very intense, and I think because I had such an on-off relationship with my ex, and the reason why I wasn't with my ex because he was a child star in America and he struggled a lot with addiction, and I just knew in my heart of hearts I couldn't see myself being with him. So when I was introduced to Adam, he was completely out of the box what I normally go for, and I decided for once to listen to my friends who actually thought, and don't get me wrong, he was a really lovely guy and everything, but he came from a very toxic relationship and basically brought a lot of those insecurities into ours, and I'm like,
all right, we'll get there. Okay, so just to point out, so you're very experienced. You both had long-term relationships.
yeah.
2024. Are you looking for a relationship now? Love?
See, this
Yes
is the
or
thing
no?
with me. I never ever look for it, and that's maybe my problem when it comes to dating. I'm not one of those girls that will do dating apps.
Okay.
I really believe in meeting someone authentically. Like my last boyfriend.
All right, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
We're about to go into a whole new
Lockdown, I was-
dimension.
yeah.
We're going to get to like all the way to a child. No, we ain't
I'm
get
an
that far
open
back.
book.
We ain't getting that far back. It's a couple of years. So Anna, you looking for love 2024?
I'm the same. I don't go looking
Yeah.
for it. If it
Yeah?
happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
I think that's a cock out, isn't it? You know?
Well, I think.
Do you?
Yeah,
I don't know,
100%,
a little bit.
100%.
But King,
Yeah.
you want to go with the astrology now? Now we're gonna see.
Yeah. Because obviously, both of you ladies are Virgos. You told me
Yeah.
before the recording started, and you say actually, interestingly, you don't look for love, right?
No.
But you think it's because Virgos have a thing where they're too critical or too picky, or they're looking for exactly. You're looking for the perfect person.
If you saw my exes, you wouldn't think I was picky.
Do you know what I mean?
But
No,
I
honestly.
think generally it's not the looks; it's more so the characteristics you're picking.
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
So for me, I could see a guy that's really good looking, but you can start talking to me and straight away I'll be like, you're not for me. It's
Shows
not,
off.
you could be, I'd rather go for do I have I have a type, but I don't. And for me, it's really your personality that will win me over more than the looks. But I do obviously like someone that's like, for me, sexual attraction and chemistry is everything. It's the most important thing at first, but also the things I look for in someone, you know.
Can I also add one more thing?
Yeah.
Virgo, I want to ask you the question because you've had the mic. Do you think that you're quite unemotional when it comes to relationships and
Unemotional.
or you withdraw your emotions, you don't feel to open up that much, and maybe men might get a little bit frustrated with that, being a Virgo?
No. Yeah and no. Yes, like.
I feel like it depends.
Yeah, I feel like it really depends.
It's always
I feel like in the
dependent.
past, absolutely not. And I feel like I've learned from that. And now, given not just relationship with men, relationship with certain friends, relationship with friends has like, especially my most recent like experiences, I've been like done dirty 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
And that was like my last straw. So
you
because of
completely
that, yeah,
shut down.
but the last one was a friendship with someone who I considered like a sister, let's say.
Okay.
So because of that, I feel like now my emotions with everyone are a bit more withdrawn. Not completely.
Do you think that will pay off for your like potential
Yeah.
future husband, partner? You think it's better to be like that?
Absolutely. Because I'm not withdrawn. Like I still like I'm a very loving person and I love hard when I love, but I know my boundaries now and I know how to set them into place and I know how to go about myself so that I'm like cautious, but so people don't walk all over me. Because in the past I'd literally,
Boundaries.
Yeah.
I think you're going about boundaries. That's a good point. If you don't set strong boundaries, people will overstep the mark, or people test boundaries as well. That's why boundaries are there to be tested. All right, we're going to move into the first subject. Okay, so it's 2024, everyone. It's January. What is happening in the dating market right now? So I'm going to fire a question to the ladies straight away because I've been looking at sort of like the trends in the market and what men are saying. And a lot of men nowadays are saying they're staying away from relationships. They're calling it monk mode, where they just focus on their money, focus on getting big, focus on building status. And ladies are like just zero priority. They're not giving ladies priority at all, in the sense of they're not looking to be in a relationship. They're just having them there for recreational use while they focus on themselves. It's called monk mode. So I've got a question for ladies. What is there a benefit 2024 for a guy to be with a girl, in a relationship with a girl? And if so, what are the benefits?
I think it depends on the girl.
Absolutely, it's the words out of my mouth. It depends on the girl because it's very funny. I was recently dating someone, very briefly dating someone, and he basically said to me he doesn't trust any woman. Like they're all like they only want you, they want money. Bearing in mind that this guy literally didn't have like loads of money.
Okay.
Didn't have tick what most girls' boxes would be.
Yeah.
But I'm still like I'm giving you the time of day because I'm attracted to you. I like you, like as in. I'm understanding, but I'm thinking, hold on a minute. Like, you actually could have someone who actually isn't looking for those things, but you're convinced because of maybe past relationships or experiences that girls are looking for that.
Yeah.
I'm really not like that. And there is girls with old school values, but the same reason why I set my boundaries as well, because I will give all, but I'll only go to a certain point and I will literally back up.
Okay, so what do you think though? So is there benefit for a guy to have a girlfriend?
Yeah, do you think basically it's better off for a man in 2024 to have this, I'm just gonna, focus on myself. If I have, sexual intercourse, whatever, with someone, it happens. But other than that, I'm not gonna commit. Do you think it's better for a man to do that in this day and age?
Whether you're a man or a woman, I think there's always a space in your life where you need to take that time out. I've taken time out so many times to work on myself.
I don't know. Wait, I'm gonna have to cut you there. Wait a minute. No. Come on. We're saying, if you girls say, we're saying, what is the benefit of being with a girl, and then you girls are not coming up with no answers.
Right,
So there's no benefit.
Being with a woman, no, there is a benefit.
Oh, thank you, please. Sorry, because
we're trying to hear it.
We're trying to get one benefit.
It depends on who you're with, though. That's what the point that we're trying to make.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter who you're with. Just what is the benefit?
What is the benefit?
Or what's the benefit of a woman being with a man?
Okay.
What's
We'll ask
the
you that, but you answer the question first.
Yeah. So you girls, okay.
What's the benefit of me just seeing someone just sexually?
Yeah, but that's not the question.
Can
we focus on the question
what
first?
What is the benefit of a man being with a woman?
Okay, listen to this then. Okay, let me make it pretty simple. So you girls, imagine that you had brain fog when I asked you to bring one benefit for a man to be with a woman in 2024. You got brain fog. Let me tell you what benefit.
Emotional support.
There you go. One. You got one. Emotional support. So guys, hear that?
Yeah, but
emotional support to be with a girl.
Let's go deep on that.
Let's say the benefit for a woman to be with a man. Yeah? So you said let's fire it back. Yeah. Okay. You got financial stability if you get with a man. You got protection. You've got a man that is going to cater for you, love you, take you out, show you different experiences. Yeah? you've got all these provisions that men will provide for a man.
men.
No, I'm saying this is what.
for ourselves too now.
Okay, you can do it for
Yeah.
yourself. But again, I said, you asked me a question. I
Yeah.
said, I gave you some.
they can
But
provide.
now, you women, what can you provide for a man?
Emotional support, mental support, physical support, sometimes financial support,
Yeah.
child care
Emotion support.
Can
So,
you
can you
describe-
give me
can you
an
describe
example
it?
where you give
Yeah.
a guy emotional support?
Describe it, because I'm not
Yeah.
sure what it means.
Men, I feel like sometimes men are too
I'll tell you why.
obsessed.
Because guys are listening to this right now, right?
All right,
And they're
cool.
saying women are bringing nothing to the table but high demands and high expectations. So they want a good-looking guy. They want a
But
strong
again,
guy.
that falls
Okay.
into what
So-
kind of
So can I
woman
give you
you're
a
going
perfect
for.
example about my recent experience?
No example.
Because I couldn't get nothing materialistic from this guy, and I was there as massive emotional support for him because he was going through a massive thing.
Okay, yeah,
and he
yeah.
had someone who literally was emotionally supporting him through personal stuff.
Okay,
I didn't expect the fact, and he literally had his thing about. All
So wait,
this-
sorry, you done a little jump. You said that he was going through something and you was emotional
Yeah.
supporting him. How was
So-
you emotional
How did you do
supporting him?
that?
Because
Yeah.
I listened to him, because a lot of guys don't
you
open
listened
up
to him and
100%, and I gave him advice, and he said to me, "No one's
And
ever."
he took your advice?
Yeah,
Do you think that was attractive? Do you think he's
What,
attractive?
can you give me the advice you
that
gave
he was
him? what he took?
emotionally
Yeah,
talking to me.
Is that attractive?
Yeah, because you know what? For me,
But
definitely.
you're not with him anymore.
That's That's. I'm not. It wasn't
Yeah.
a relationship. It was very. We were friends, and it turned into something a little bit more.
Yeah.
But it was very clear from the start that it wasn't going to be at that moment, because he's going through a lot of court proceedings and stuff, and
Okay.
financially his money's going on
we
that
don't
right
wanna-
now.
We don't want to get tangled up in your past
details.
and
Yeah.
two deals. What
So
we want to talk
what I'm
about in
saying
general.
is,
what's-
when men say there's a list of high demands from women, that's exactly what he put on the table for me. Is like, apart from you, all I've ever had is women expect, like, me to have this and me to have that. That's
see what
not
you're-
true.
I see what you're saying, and I
Not
see where
all
you're going.
women are actually looking for that.
Yeah, I see you're talking about your exes. You're tying everything we're saying back to one ex or a specific time.
I think it's so recent.
When we are talking
Actually, I don't know
now,
if this is a good idea.
when we're talking now, we're just talking in generalizations.
Yeah.
So you're not talking about yourself. You're not talking about yourself. You're talking
Yeah.
about on behalf of other women, generalizing. So generally, what is your friend saying they're looking for, and what is your friend saying they're not getting? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because to be honest, when we're saying what is the benefit of being with a woman, this is what men are saying. This is the high percentage of men, and they're saying what are women bringing to the table.
But are they saying they feel women are
It's a question.
materialistic?
What
Yeah.
are
What are
women-
we?
Not only
Yeah.
materialistic, they're also saying women are unappreciative, highly demanding.
Well, that's not true, because I'm very. I think they're judging all women
But this
on
is-
past
By
experiences
women,
themselves.
but this is-
I think.
So
do you know,
you
But
so you're
this is-
saying there's a type of woman that does that?
Oh, 100%.
But are they a high percentage of them or low percentage?
There's a high
I think
percentage
there's
of them.
I think there's less women like us nowadays.
100%.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when we're talking, we need to address
The
the
high percentage.
Yeah.
high percentage.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
not the exceptions. Because 100% the
Yeah.
exceptions.
100%.
I believe you girls are genuine. I believe you girls have these emotions and you can give a lot.
Yeah.
But looking
pay
at the
you for
dating
that later.
market,
I just feel like I'm a
I said
fixer
I'll pay you for
upper.
that comment later.
yeah, exactly. So yeah. I'll send you the pay up.
I was trying to be funny, but
But
No one can see this because of that situation.
you girls are doing it's fine. So yeah, the long and short of it is, women, if you think about it, there's not much tangible assets that they bring into a relationship. Really, like you said, emotional support, listening. What else do you say?
child support.
Child
That's
support.
like free.
No.
childcare,
Oh,
But that's
child-
not specifically
That's
the
not
relationship.
Not
specifically-
always.
That's
You
that's-
got to bring something
support.
there.
mental support.
But you seen the difference though. When a woman says what you bring into the table, you say emotional support, listening, these tangibles. But when men, what we say we're bringing to the table, you want a guy physical, you want a guy good looking, you want a guy that listens to you, you want a guy
they-
empathy.
they want a woman
you want a
good
guy.
looking.
Well, though, innit?
Sorry.
You want a good-looking woman too, though. No?
Yeah, they look for certain things in a
So
woman
there's looks
physically.
that a woman brings.
But this is
but that's the highest value of
That's the
all.
highest value. So you got the point.
Highest
That's the
value.
highest value.
That is.
What they look
That's
like.
the highest value.
No,
Yes.
that
I think you hit the
shouldn't
point.
be.
It is.
Boys, that
That's the
shouldn't
highest
be.
value.
It is.
You said listening, you said emotional support, but then it took
highest
you
value
long.
is-
We said
The
looks.
highest value should be her heart and how she like she appreciates a man and
but I
is
kind of get it
supportive.
on that side as well. Only
Yeah.
because if
Physical.
you're not physically attracted to someone, you're not going to start. That
Oh, I agree with that
conversation
straight
anyway.
away.
Good-
Even for me as a woman,
Yeah.
like, and being the type of woman that actually is like to be more emotionally connected to someone, even if it's a short space of time, if I can emotionally really connect with you, like sit down and have a good conversation. For me, it's most important to be best friends with someone. I need to be physically attracted to you and have that friendship at the same time.
But with men, the physical attraction is
always first.
It's always first, and it's always valued.
And you
the
guys
most.
realise too late.
But it's not about realizing; it's just the value of it. We're just talking about pure value. What
But that's the
women
problem.
brings.
I think
It's
guys
true
don't
though,
value
because-
it. Guys don't value it anymore.
Value what?
What?
Sorry?
They don't. They'll look at you and they're like, "Oh, I fancy her. She's good. She ticks all my boxes. Oh, you're such a good girl. You're so understanding." But yet you've got all of that. You know all of that. You let it go. But then you're coming back, but it's too late because.
But I'd argue when you say you let it go, I'd argue because you're blaming men for not being attracted or stepping out of the relationship. If the woman is can't keep a man, right? If the woman's being
But
boring,
hold
if the
on.
woman's doing, if the
No.
man decides to cheat on a woman, it's because that
Yeah.
woman is not fulfilling a drive.
Yeah, I
Right?
agree.
So
100%.
you can't then.
Or he's just an asshole.
I think
No,
I
because
think there's two reasons.
There is
I
a level.
think-
There is the
Yeah.
arsehole.
There is the arsehole.
There
He
is the
can have a
arsehole.
banging girl at home, has great sex at home, and still steps out. Mate, some men don't have
that's,
enough.
That's the exception. That's the exception.
literally
In my
having this-
eyes, I feel like it's a lot.
I was literally having this conversation with Taylor yesterday. I think it's one of two. You're either just an absolute arsehole and you just like cheating and like having like community dick. Sorry, you can beat that out. Or it's you're not, something isn't being fulfilled at home.
Which is more likely the case.
Yeah. But what if it's not at home? What if it's just like early
we would never
stages
know.
and you're all over the place? Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of girls that have men and then they're happy in relationships, that we call them happy relationships. The guy's happy, he doesn't step out. What you're talking about, the guy's in an unhappy relationship, that's why he steps out.
Yeah.
You don't hear happy relationship guys stepping out. They step out of unhappy
Yeah.
relationships. So there's something that the girl does that she's trying to equate to the man's psyche or the man's narcissistic, that's why he did it. But it's something that girl is doing to the man to make him step out. Or the girl's got bad selection. It's either that.
One or the other.
Yeah, but it's either that or the girl's got bad
Selection.
selection and she's selection process
100%.
bad and she selected a bad guy
Oh,
that
yeah.
ultimately likes. Yeah.
Because, yeah.
Which is
Some girls are fixer-uppers.
Yeah, 100. No, I agree with that. Some girls
Yeah.
like to take the wrongins and try to help them out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
don't realise. Because the thing is, do you really know someone, like, straight away, like the guy that I was dating recently, like I saw a lot of good in him, but I've recently saw a lot of like things that I'm like, nah, I don't think I can have a relationship with someone now like that comes out with some of those things. You learn as you go on. How long do you know someone till you really know them as well, you know?
So yeah, so that was the first subject.
Yeah.
I don't think the girls really gave anything substantial to say that why is worth men dating 2024.
Not specifically. Only
How about
specifically,
guys stop
yeah.
being... You know what I think the problem is these days? People walk away from relationships too easy. And I think guys also are so materialistic as well when it comes to looks.
But
and
girls leave-
social media and what girls should look like.
Can I say something? Girls actually leave guys more than guys leave girls.
No, I agree
So
these days.
so it's actually the girls leaving
for what
the
they
guys.
can get, 100%. But it's same. I think it's same case scenario. Like the good girls, no matter how pretty you are or what you bring to the table, it's kind of like the bad boys don't want to hurt the good girl.
Yeah, no, it's a hard one. So, okay, we'll move on to the next subject because we've been looking now in the dating scene. And again,
Yeah.
what do you girls think the biggest cause is for, single mothers these days? Because there's a lot of young single mothers now. And there's a lot
feel
of
like-
single mothers. I know, obviously, you girls are not single mothers, but what's your
Bad
objectively...
selection, moving too
I
fast.
don't think you can generalize
that.
that
Go
question.
on, sure.
I don't feel like you can generalize that question. Too
Not
much so,
everybody.
because
Okay, go on.
Different
There's like,
situations.
yeah, there's so many different situations. I mean,
Yeah.
like, God
Let's
forbid
talk about
you
some
could
of them.
have like a widower, or like going deep into like, do you know what I mean? Like that could be a single, or like,
Yeah, but that's come on. That's
That's a stream.
yeah,
that's
but like,
extreme level.
okay,
That's
that's an
extreme.
extreme.
She
it's
said
an
widower,
extreme-
yeah.
No, it's extreme, but like. I don't know. I don't feel like you can really generalize that question and get
Okay,
like
so-
one answer from it.
Why-
'cause it's
why
quite
not?
a deep question.
Why
Because I've
not?
got quite a few.
'Cause there's
I've got a few
so
single
many
friends with
reasons.
very different stories and
That's
stuff.
great, yeah. So what is... what do you say one of the reasons you're...
For instance, the guy that I was recently dating said to me at one night when we were having a deep conversation, he said, I've really disappointed my family. And I said, why? And he said, because I brought someone and a child into my family's life that
Yeah.
turned out to be toxic. And I said, but no one can promise somebody, I'm going to be with you forever. You can only promise for now. You can't say in 5 years' time we're going to be solidly good.
No, of course not.
And
No.
people change,
Yeah, yeah.
and you don't always know someone.
That's a good
And
point.
I've got friends that have also been in that same situation. Like my friend was basically not pushed into, but kind of like, he was a bit older than her. All his
Yeah.
friends were settling down, having children. He needed to have that child. Yet the child was born. And yet he was jealous of his child, went out every weekend. And that's the reason for their relationship breakdown. And
But that's one side. It's a one-sided
yeah.
story.
yeah, but I've seen it both sides because I was there. So,
So
do you know what I mean? And and he
But we
regrets
can
it
talk
now.
about there's young ladies having kids
Yeah.
these days, and they're turning out to be single mothers, single parents, right? So if you would give advice to them, if you were to look at it objectively and say, what is happening? Why are there so much single mothers now? What would you...
Irresponsibility.
Because I would
I'd say, honey, the government aren't giving flats
I would
out so
argue-
easy anymore. No, I'm just joking.
I would say, unfortunately, it's the girls' fault. It's the women's fault
Why?
there's so much single parents.
Why?
Why there's so
Select-
much single mothers.
Poor selection is
There's,
the biggest one, I think.
the poor selection there's, I would say, that because women...
When they're very young, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because women, when they get, like you said, they have feelings for the man and they have these high, intense feelings
Because girls
for
do.
a year.
Yeah.
And then they believe, I want to be with this guy forever. And then sometimes the men don't want to have the kid with her, but then she thinks, okay, I love this guy. He doesn't want to have kids. So, you know,
Yeah.
if I have a baby with him, he's going to stay with me.
People
Yeah,
really
And this
I
is how
agree.
some think. And I think the ladies are having the kids with the guy, thinking that the guy is going to be with them forever because the guy's going to be in the child's life. But they don't realize that the guy really is not going to be with her. He's going to give the kid unconditional love.
You know,
So he's not. The women don't get unconditional
Yeah,
love.
no.
So, and I think that's
think
one of the
that's-
cases. And I don't think these single parents, right? Their dads are not in their life. Because I know loads of guys, they're not with their baby mothers, but they love their kid. They're in the kid's life. So just because they're single mothers doesn't mean their dad's not in their life. And that's what women do a lot. They kind of make it out like, oh, I'm a single mother. The dad's not in his life. But really and truly, it's just that the dad's giving the kid unconditional love, but not for her.
I feel like that depends on your upbringing as well, though, and like where you've come from, like culturally and stuff. Because,
What do you mean?
like, I feel like, how do I put this in a nice way that doesn't offend anyone?
No, be
No, no.
offensive. Be offensive. It's fine.
Be offensive. It's good.
No, because I don't want to get like make it big as a makeup artist and get cancelled one day.
No.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I really feel like it depends on your upbringing.
I don't think it's to do with race or culture or where you come
No.
from. Absolutely not. But it does come from the home. I think a lot of, I really do believe that a lot of our relationships and our life as adults are paved by childhood trauma. Like, and I've looked into that a lot. Like, and it's funny, I lost a lot of family members in a short space of time and I had a lot of therapy. But for some reason, instead of to deal with my grieving, they wanted to go into my childhood. And I thought, well, I actually had a really good childhood. Like, I had two my grandparents were amazing and they literally had the best relationship. My mum and dad did break up. And I think to myself, like, if anything I've learned from that, from when I did actually have the therapy, was that I always felt my mum walked away too easy. And I feel the only thing that I take from my childhood is I always have to make sure I've done everything in a relationship, even if it's a new... before I walk away, I know I can walk away. No, I did all I can do, and then there's no coming back for you.
So you think that the way people act now in relationships is due to their childhood?
Something comes from their childhood, definitely.
100%.
It has to.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think it's a tiny percentage, though. I
No,
don't think
I feel like
No.
it really does. Believe
Sorry,
Once you have
what-
therapy, everything's going to lead
what,
back to your childhood.
No.
It's been
There's- I
scientifically
don't-
proven.
It's not scientific proven at all.
It
It's proven that some people that had abuse when they were kids have grown up to become abusive. That's the scientific proof.
No,
There's
not necessarily.
Okay, so what?
So's watching things like
Sorry, you're saying. So sorry. Let me just put it out there so everyone can hear. You're trying to say that the way people have been brought up by their parents has something to do with how they.
what you see growing up. Yeah.
So how does that have anything to do with how they treat their?
How they treat their who?
How they treat their partners?
I had therapy and I was like, oh,
How does that? So for yourself, so the way you saw your mum and dad act, right?
yeah.
Would that justify you then saying and cheating on your man, being
no,
horrible? Well, then
absolutely not.
that's what you're saying. You're correlating
No.
childhood with
I
adulthood.
don't think if you've seen someone being beaten, because I've had family members that were beaten.
No one's saying
and
beaten,
would
I said,
never say it's okay
treated.
for my male cousins to do this, grow up and do the same. Absolutely
100%.
not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. I just think there's a pattern in our relationships, or sometimes how we end them, or how we deal with them. So for me, I always have to do what my mum didn't do, and I feel she walked away too easy.
That's my point. That's
Yeah.
you prove my point because everyone says you do what you see, but you
Yeah, but I
100%
do the
prove.
opposite.
people do the opposite.
But there's
so
two. You can
there's
either do what you see or you do the
100%. So therefore, you can't relate. You can't correlate it to it.
But you
then.
can.
No, because if you're
Because
going to
you
do what you saw, if half people do what they saw and half people done what they
But
the
that still
opposite.
leads back to it because you've
Yeah.
seen that, you don't agree with it, so you do the opposite, or you see that, and that's all you know, so you follow the pattern.
100%.
You follow a pattern, you continue a pattern.
But then you just contradict yourself.
No, because what you're
right, and you start a whole new pattern.
no, but because here's the thing, right? If you're saying, right, I saw my dad cheat on my mum all the time,
Yeah.
right? If that affected me, right, you can't have both. If it's affecting me, it's affecting me as a negative.
Yeah.
You're trying to accumulate a positive and a negative to that one incident.
Not together.
1 second. So let me finish. So if I saw my dad cheat on my mum, if that's affected me, then I'm going to cheat on other women.
Not necessarily.
So if it has
let's
so wait.
say you're an empath and you really love your mum and you see how much it's hurt your mum, and it depends on who you are as a person as well. You can say to yourself, right, I've got sisters, I've got a mother, and I never want to hurt a woman.
So you're saying then so I saw my
You get to choose.
it still
of course.
affected you, but
Thank you.
more in
The
a
choice.
positive
The
way.
choice.
Yeah,
There's a
it's your
choice.
choice.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. So therefore, there's no linkage back to that. Then you
Some
can't.
people are doing something without even realizing.
Because
they're
if you're
doing
saying there's a guy that's grown up, if my dad cheated on my mum loads of times and I grew
it,
up
and
to
his mum
cheat
just accepts it.
and I grew up to cheat, then they can link it back.
Yeah.
The link back. But if you turn round and then you wasn't cheating, you can't then link it back.
You can link it back because
Because-
you've seen the trauma that she's gone
you
through,
chose
so
not
you've
to do
decided not to do that and go the other
Subconsciously.
way. So it still links back because you've seen the effects that has.
There is subconscious behavior.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's such a minor.
There's subconscious behavior that happens, obviously, from a young age, where you watch how your parents operate and you learn from them, and then you take that behavior into adulthood. But I think what Vito is trying to say is that sometimes when you are aware of something that you don't want, for example, you can remove yourself from that subconscious behavior and consciously behave completely different.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There is possible. Like you said, there is two. Like some people take it on board and they're not aware of doing it, and some people are aware of the behaviors that they didn't like, and they make a choice to do something different. So
Yeah, because it's like what Andrew Tate said, isn't it? Andrew Tate said, people they put so much emphasis on the past, on the how the childhood bring up, how the child brought up, but then he looks at how he's been brought up and he's like, okay, but I chose to go the other way. So you can't really link it back to childhood. I think that's what people do.
That's what I'm saying. Whichever at the crossroads, you get a choice which way you're going.
And that choice is
Either
dependent
way,
on you.
But but
So
either
that
way,
it's not
he's
just-
chose that he's not going to go up the route of parents, or he is.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't even know you're making that decision because of childhood. There's probably millions of
The
people-
problem is, I'll tell you why the problem is with that study, because I've seen the study. The problem is men are cheating on with loads of girls. Let's say they don't like a girl, they get caught cheating. The pain is too much for them to say, oh, I cheated on you. So they say, oh, do you know what? It was my childhood. This is why I did it. Because I had a bad childhood. And it's an acceptable reason. It's societal acceptable reason. But it's not the real truth.
Yeah.
But this is what people are doing. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, some of these men are just cheaters for whatever reasons.
Absolutely.
But they know they can link it back to their childhood, so the girl accepts it. Oh, I had a bad childhood.
That again depends on the girl. Maybe that comes from her childhood.
Do you know what I mean? So this is why I'm like, this is why it's an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people use it as an excuse. I think
yeah,
they go
definitely.
back
I
and use it
don't
as an
excuse
excuse.
it at all.
Yeah.
Like, I don't believe if you've been molested as a child that you're going to go on to be like that way, because I really believe those people have a sick chemical in their brain that makes them be like that. So I think that's an excuse when you say
It's an excuse, yeah.
because
And that's what I'm trying to say.
you can't think, if you
yeah.
know you've gone through that, why would you inflict
Yeah.
that on someone?
And then when it's a choice, that's what I was trying to say to Anna. Like,
It's hard.
people use it as a choice, as an excuse.
Or an excuse. Yeah.
And it gets them out. Society will accept it. It will get them out. If I said, "Oh, sorry, I got caught cheating," I'm like, "I'm
But
sorry,
then people
I've done
accepting
this."
it, then why are they accepting it?
Because it's acceptable. It's society will accept
No,
that.
it's acceptable only to some
But
people.
because like you said though,
No, I
you
don't
gave the
think-
research. You said
yeah.
it's because of the childhood trauma.
100%.
You lot was arguing with me,
No,
saying it was
100%.
because of their
I'm not
trauma.
gonna
So when
accept
they use that as an excuse, you
But I'm
can't
not
then
gonna
say you can't accept
guy
that.
saying, I've cheated on you because of
Thank
my
you.
childhood. I won't
Would you accept that, Anna?
No.
No.
But you just
But
argued
don't-
with me
but
and
can I-
saying
but
that
can I-
he got affected by his
Can I
childhood.
say that
Wait.
you won't accept the guy
She
for
shouldn't.
cheating for doing that, which is fine.
No.
But
I
but everybody
That's what you think. That's why you're doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
What are you gonna do to change?
okay,
That?
but
True,
you
I like that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
yourself have behaviors from childhood that the guy has to
Yeah.
accept, which I think women
Well, I
sometimes
think the guy
sometimes
he's pretty lucky. I'm gonna give it my all until I can't give any more.
Yeah.
See you later. Out the door.
yeah, but you may have bad behaviors
Yeah.
from childhood. Potentially, I'm not saying you specifically. I'm just saying generally people have
This
bad
is like
behaviors.
gone into childhood. This is
Yeah,
good.
but people have bad behaviors from childhood, and sometimes they have to accept your behavior as well. Do you think that's fair? Do you think that's fair to accept your behavior if you don't accept his behavior?
No, of course not.
No, it works both ways.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's some
But do you-
compromises that are bigger.
but do
than
you lot
others.
think you've got-
whose risk? My mental health or my emotional health? Like.
So you're saying there's only degrees. There's degrees of behavior
either
that you
way,
can't accept.
Man or woman.
But okay,
Like-
let me ask you something now. Like you're 31, you're in your 30s right now.
Yes.
Do you have behaviors from when you was a child that you're going to bring into a relationship now? All the way back when you were like 3, 4.
Consciously, like I feel like
Yeah,
it's
No, if it's not,
Subconscious.
Yeah.
if it's not consciously, it's not there. Right? Okay, subconsciously means it's there, but you don't know. So if
Can't
it's not
control it.
consciously, it's not there. We can't
No.
account everything because everything's in our
The only thing
subconscious.
that I'm aware of
So you-
the
is that a
culture
yes?
thing.
The culture.
Yeah, the
So-
closure.
Closure.
Yeah, for me.
Okay. What do
you mean?
Yeah.
But that's a
Like,
good- that's
have
a
to
good
have
trait, though.
closure. And I
But
have to know that I've done all
Everything.
I'm seen in a good light. Like I know it sounds mad, but I can actually hand on heart say
Yeah.
there's not an ex or ever say anything bad about me, and they've always tried to come back. They've always said like you were such a like because I know.
But okay, so when we talk about like the whole point of when people say
Yeah.
it was so it's a repressed emotional trauma in your past is because it's a negative. So we don't go into the past to find
Yeah.
positive. So when you said, any childhood behaviors that you still have now, you're like that closure thing.
See, when it comes
That's
to
a positive though.
Yeah, because when
That's
it
a
comes
positive.
to my mum and dad,
So what I'm asking is there any negative behaviors that you had as a kid
Virgos
that
don't,
you bring in?
Virgos don't criticize themselves, just so you know.
that you bring in? No,
I do.
because
I do.
I
do.
do. I always own my faults. I do. I don't know.
we
Honestly.
just need to a bit more answer the questions at hand.
Mine's
and
a
then,
no.
No, so there's
You-
no
you
negative.
have nothing.
That's good.
Okay, fair enough.
And then, do you have any negative behaviors from the childhood that you?
I'm
bring in?
Irish, Spanish. Okay, my mum's got a fiery temper, and it
Yeah,
might have
but-
come out.
Is it-
Might have come out a
Hers
little
is
bit when I
yes
was
or no?
younger.
So you got a temper, is that what you're saying?
No, not. Do you know what? A lot's happened in the last year. I think like when you go through a grieving process as well, life
Yeah.
changes you as a person as well. Like, I'm very chill and calm. I think you learn and you grow. Okay, and
Of
if
course,
you're
I'm
not
just gonna
learning and growing,
Just going to repeat the question one more time.
So hers is
do you
a
have
yes.
any?
no,
Mine's
I
a
don't feel
no.
I do. No.
You don't have any.
It depends how you take the whole closure thing, but I think it's a
No,
positive.
the closure thing is
yeah,
a positive.
I think it's a positive.
Again, people don't go to therapy because they've got
Yeah.
all these good experiences from the
Yeah.
past, from their childhood. They don't go to therapy because, oh, guess what? I've had all these great experiences of childhood. And I
gonna
thought
tell
I'd
you.
come here. I
Yeah.
want to tell you. So the whole point when
Yeah.
we argued before, right, and you girls were saying no, it's because of the childhood.
Yeah.
You just proved my point.
Mine is
that
not.
You can't
yeah.
have a negative. You can't go into.
But
the
you
past
can, I just
and have a
haven't.
negative.
But
So
there is
you
people
guys
that
had
do.
none, but
There
you
is
believe
people that
there's-
do.
And
Yeah.
but you then said that you wouldn't accept it if a guy cheated and you said it because of my
No,
past.
I wouldn't accept it. I don't care what your excuse
So
is.
therefore,
You did
it's not really valid, then, is it? Really, is it valid?
No, it's valid.
When you go to the people's
maybe to the
past,
next girl that you
It's
cheat on.
inconclusive.
Yeah,
Inclusive.
inconclusive.
Yeah,
Because
I
it's-
think it's a good point because a lot
Because
of
you know you can never use
Yeah.
something that's happened to you as a child as an excuse of treating
that's what
people
people do.
bad.
That's
Yeah,
what
they
people
do,
do.
but it's not. It's
And it's
for
acceptable.
me. It's not acceptable,
it's not,
and it shouldn't be acceptable.
I'm calling it out.
Yeah.
I'm calling it out.
It's not
If anyone says to
acceptable.
me, yeah, they're
We're
acting
all
a certain way.
grown-ass people. We know what's right and wrong,
That's
and you
a
know.
good
And
point.
if you really
Yeah.
care about someone, you're hurting them.
Yeah.
And this is what I say to guys or girls at the beginning: just be transparent. If that's something you're not looking for, just let that person know that's not what I'm
Yeah.
looking for. So they're walking into it with open eyes. No girl can be mad at you if you're saying like, you know, you're being honest. You're an open book.
Okay.
Okay, let's
What's
go.
your
Let's
next
go.
question?
Question. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I got one for you, ladies. Do Do you think women are transparent when they're in a relationship? Do you think they're completely an open book? Do you think
I'm too open.
In what?
in a relationship,
terms?
they're in a relationship and open
what
about
way?
everything.
About what they want.
I'm talking about 100%
Past,
honesty.
truth?
100%
No.
honesty.
What they're looking for?
No, why not?
No.
Why?
Because I think no. Just no.
So you're saying that women...
I just think in any relationship that you're in, and correct me if I'm wrong or if you disagree, but yes, you should be transparent, but to a certain point, I think that there should
So what's the
still
point?
be...
What's the stuff that we don't know? What's the stuff?
Like me personally, yeah. Let's say in the future,
Too much too soon?
Okay, let me...
I'm yeah, too much too soon.
In the
But
beginning.
also like I'm gonna have my own finances that my husband's not gonna know about.
Ooh,
What do you guys think about
that's,
that?
that's a bit.
I'm interested.
It was... what do I think? I've got to bring a point to that.
It's something
you
that
know, because
mothers teach us.
why would you not want your husband to know about this? Is it because do you think
Save
think
it
that
for a rainy
money?
day.
But do you think that money is a motivator that let people get into relationships and make them stay in it?
No, absolutely not. But I would just rather.
You don't think that money is
Not a motivator.
not a motivator for people to end a
Unfortunately,
relationship?
not for me. Maybe I need to
What
change
do
my
you
ways.
mean? No,
Of course,
So
it's a
what-
motivator.
so what-
It's 100% a motivator.
So
Not for
what I
me.
mean, what I mean by that?
It's really not for me.
Okay, it's not for
and
you,
I feel
but
like I
for
need
the
to
rest
change.
of the 90 girls. So like
Yeah.
a celebrity,
Yeah, but
a
hold
girl
on,
will want to
but-
get with a
but-
celebrity.
Oh,
because
yeah.
of the-
Hold on a minute. How can money not be a
How
motivator?
can money not be?
If a guy
motivator?
if a guy has money and he's willing to take you here and there, you're telling me you're not going to do more for him.
Of course, no, absolutely not. I wouldn't do more for him than I
Than,
would for
than
the
a guy
next
who
guy.
wouldn't, who does not give.
No,
I would-
because I've had a guy that literally gave me the world, and I've had a guy literally where I had to help pay his rent when I was living in America, and I cared about them equally and would do anything for him. This is where I'm at. If you're with a bum who doesn't want to work and doesn't want to, has no ambition, absolutely not. But if I know that
But that's basically
you're
what it
working
is.
hard,
But
and
that's
or you have a financial situation,
Yeah.
I will support someone. If I care about someone, why wouldn't I help? Like, so many women are like, no.
Yeah, but you don't want
Oh,
to be
there
with
we
the
are.
bun. You don't want to be with the boss.
that's-
So many women are no, like, and I
Let's
get
talk
that
about- let's talk
because
about the
I've
women,
had
yeah.
women say to me, "Oh, you don't want that. You're such a good-looking girl. You're such a nice girl. Like, you could get better than that." Like, but hold on, what if I actually really like this person? You're saying right now he can't give me all the things that you want.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't care if he hasn't got a car, or I don't care if like whatever situation it is.
So you're saying you would admit to yourself that you're going against the status quo of women?
Yes, like
Okay, that's good. I like that.
I would rather have someone that builds
Yeah.
something with me that actually makes me laugh.
But
and
what about
you know?
What if he has it already? Why would you waste your time?
If someone has it already, great. If you come with a full package and you have all
You'll
that,
be
but
attracted to it.
I want you to know that I don't care if you're like if you're famous or if you have money or of anything, because at the end of the day, like I'd rather you know that I actually like you and you
Do
have
you know
nothing.
do you know what the problem is? Shall I tell you the honest problem? Right? The problem is what you just said. You seemed very sincere and genuine, you know. I don't care about money. I don't care this. I'm not interested. You know, if he's got a higher
You need to
status, I'm
change
not
my
gonna.
mind.
I'm not gonna
So many
cheat. I'm
girls
not
like,
gonna
"You're
treat him
looking- you're doing
different.
it wrong.
You know
Because-
what you said, right? I'll
I've
tell
even
you,
been told by old women I'm playing the game wrong, but I'm like, it's not a game for me.
it's perfect. Let me tell
You
you
are who
the
you
problem is the way you sound to men, all right?
Yeah.
Because this is what's happening. The way you sound sincere. The problem is, right? Every girl that comes on, and they're the biggest gold diggers.
Yeah.
They act like the same things you say. They say the same thing. I'm not like this.
Okay,
I'm.
but would
wait,
they
let me
be
finish. Let me
accepting
finish.
of not going to the top restaurants, accepting that he hasn't always got
But
the
let
money?
me finish.
And
This is what they do. They say, I'm just this girl. I'm not interested in that. I'm not doing this. But then when you look at their exes and their partners, they're all pretty wealthy.
not if you're looking at mine.
But do
There's
you know what I
mix.
mean?
There's a mix.
So this is the problem. The problem
Yeah.
for men is I'm hearing you and I think you're sincere.
Yeah.
But the men are hearing it from these girls pretending
Yeah.
that they're not like
Oh,
that.
no, I get
And they're
it.
saying the same thing you're saying. So for us, we're like, who to believe? So this is
But
why...
this is the same in any relationship, even friendships, anything. Like
No, it's not the same,
You
really.
will learn. No, you will. You'll learn as you go along. There's
Yeah.
fakes and there's. This is what I always say. The truth always comes out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Real
but men
people. Real people will
But the
always
problem
show
with men
themselves.
is, I'll tell you what the problem with men is, right?
They don't give you that time.
No, we can't
Take the risk.
take that risk to find out.
But
I'll
then,
tell you why.
Then they lose.
Yeah, no, like Jonathan Majors. He's that
And that's
big
why they
Hollywood
focus-
actor.
Yeah.
Big Hollywood actor. Yeah.
I
Black
know.
guy. He's in the news because he was going out with this American English girl, right? He's gone out with her for like a couple of years or something. and she was recording him, and when he wasn't watching, yeah. And then one time she pretty much attacked him. It was a big news thing. She attacked him in a car. He was trying to get away from her. Camera shows him running away from her. Right?
Oh my God.
She's chasing him. And then they went to court, and she said that he beat her in the car. He hit her. He broke her finger. He had so much evidence to refute it. Right?
But they went against him.
They went against him, and he got found guilty for it.
Imagine that.
Right?
Where is
So
this?
in America.
Yeah.
it's America with
Right,
English
there you
girl.
go.
But he's a black guy, right?
Black guy,
It
white-
would
it's
happen
English
here
girl.
too. It
There
would
you
happen
go.
here too.
But wait.
That's a whole
Yeah,
other
it
subject
will,
altogether.
but
But we
that's
know
another
how
subject
But here's
we
the
know
point.
how America
But here's the
treats
point.
young black men.
Let
so-
me land the point. The point is, right, she was with him clearly for his status, and then when she got some evidence that she could use against him to leverage him with, she took it.
He got it
now
wrong then.
he
Yeah, you got
couldn't
it wrong.
see.
He got it wrong
Thank
then.
you. But this is what guys are looking at that, and they're thinking we can't take this risk.
then
He lost $500 million
It works both ways.
on one girl.
Sign a prenup, boundaries, put the
Yeah.
boundaries in place.
There was no, it wasn't prenup 100%, but this girl was just there
Be
with him to
cautious
try to
then.
get
We'll
a
have
big
your
story on
wall
him.
up.
When do
Be
girls
cautious.
when do
I
girls
just,
lose
I
like
just
that?
want to know one thing.
When
Yeah,
girls
sure.
do what?
How
When
the
do
hell
girls
does this
lose
guy
like
with
that?
someone for a whole
We're
year and
talking.
not even notice any of these little red flags?
100%.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I agree with
No one's
that.
that good
I
of
agree
an
with that.
actress.
I agree with that.
You can't
I
act
agree with
that
that.
long.
I
100%.
agree.
But do you
100%.
believe that the punishment should be that severe? He chose the wrong girl, or the girl was
No, of
lying
course
to
not.
him.
She's evil, and
And
she'll
then
get
he
her
lost
karma.
he got dropped by Marvel.
I know.
He can't even act anymore. He lost $500 million because of this one girl that was clearly fabricating the information. She said that she broke her little finger, and then she was out the same night partying and saying that she didn't want to be alone.
It's crazy. But when do women lose the way men? Women never lose when it comes to relationships. When you really break it down, they either get divorced, get a settlement, they have kids, they get child support continuously.
Yeah.
They get the house. Women never lose, and this is why men
I
are
get that.
afraid to take.
No,
the
I
risk
get where you're coming
because-
from with that.
because women always win.
No, I
when it
get
comes
it.
to
I think, yeah.
I feel like in terms of finances, yes, but in terms of emotions
But this could be-
and mental.
Yeah, but let's say, for example, a woman hits a man, right?
Yeah.
And then she calls the police and says,
Oh,
he
yeah.
hit me.
Yeah.
Police are going to arrest the man.
I know.
Yeah.
So you say
that's wrong.
finances,
No, I
but it's
agree.
also freedom
'Cause
as
it's
well.
unbelievable. Like so many,
So again, all of this, what we're talking about, it goes back to the very first question. We asked,
Exactly.
is there a point? Is there a reason men should be going out with women in 2024, having relationships? Yeah, they can be dating them.
Yeah.
Situationships, right? That's what's happening.
And that's even
now.
a risk for men too.
And that's even a risk for men,
Let's be honest.
right? Depending on their status
Yeah.
and what they got to lose. So, is there really a reason? You get your girls? You should be able to answer the question. Is there really a good?
Companionship.
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 That's one of the only legitimate reasons.
Do you know what? It's
the
true.
only
It's the
legitimate
only legitimate reason.
I think any man that is in a good, healthy relationship will know what that brings. Like, and unfortunately, I think some of these guys that have this mindset that are thinking like this, it's the same as the women that also think like some things about guys. And I just think like if you're going to go through life like that, you're going to get to 50 and not have anyone because you've let the right girls go, and you think every girl's the wrong girl.
But do you think that's the accurate reflection pretty much on the dating market now? This is why the
just
dating
think-
market is so bad. Or do you think
absolutely?
It's hard out there.
It's
It's very
terrible.
hard.
It's tough out in
Yeah,
these
It's
yeah,
not
streets.
like I was definitely born in the wrong era for 100%. Mate, I should have been born in the 50s. Like,
the 50 love?
Right, next question.
Okay, so the next question. So girls, do you have any questions about men
That you want to fire for men.
that men are actually doing that you're thinking, okay, why
on,
do men's
Anna.
actually...
I don't think I do,
come on, there must be.
Come on.
No, I feel like I've done a lot of like inner work. So like I get both sides of things. I don't think I've got any.
I think like it's hard, isn't it? Like,
I got a question. Then where do men go wrong in the relationships?
Communication, consistency.
consistency.
Can we give some examples, please? What do you mean?
I like to be communicated with.
What was it
not
supposed to be the other
too
day about
much,
love
but, like,
bombing? Can we go to the love bombing?
Yeah, but
Because can anyone?
But you
that is-
want attention, don't you?
wait, that is communication. If someone's
Exactly.
if someone's like dating you,
If someone
Is
is,
it-
love bombing
can I
you,
ask
that's
you,
communication.
Is it sincere or is it like just I want her? Like I need.
How do you know?
I'll
How do
tell
you
you,
know?
listen,
How
I
do you
don't
know?
know.
Exactly. You
let me
don't.
ask you the question. Okay, that's communication. It's just not
What
the communication.
love bombing is communication.
No, what happens after? What happens after the love bomb?
There's no communication.
There you go. That's communication.
Yeah.
It's just not the communication you want.
Yeah.
If a guy comes in and he just wants to chill with you for a month or two, he's gonna love bomb you, then you're gonna duck.
Yeah.
The girl's like, where's the communication? Hey, what happened to you? I've communicated with you. I've gone. I bailed.
Okay, I've got another
Nah, you're
I'm gonna get out your fridge. I'm not gonna fulfill that love bombing promise that I told
Yeah.
you. I think that's communication, but I think girls just didn't want that communication. That's not the communication they want. They want a letter to say, dear whoever, I am no longer going to be love bombing you anymore.
The reasons being.
The reason being is I've only wanted to chill with you for a certain amount. I have seen certain things that I was not happy with, but I did not want to address. So my absence
was
should talk for
addressed.
itself.
Before,
my accent.
before you put me in jail, I'm leaving.
I mean,
Or before you made something up, I'm leaving. And I'm not going to tell you why I'm leaving. Signed Anonymous. No, signed the love bomber.
The love bomber.
Now, I tell you what, don't you think though, it's true. I think we spoke about it, King spoke about it in the other podcast about love bombing, is that women say how intuitive they are, right? They can feel things.
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
You can feel so much
But I'm
things,
very
you know
spiritual.
things, guys.
But you don't know that.
But
You can go through
Wait,
like a
but
list of like
you said-
3,000
yeah,
followers
but
and
you-
just know the girl.
Yeah.
you're that intuitive.
Yeah.
Wait, you can go for a list of 1,000 followers and you're like, that's the girl,
No,
I can
I'm
feel
just
it.
saying.
Genuinely speaking,
if
yeah.
there was to be like, yeah, I would go.
You're that intuitive,
Yeah,
innit?
100%.
Right? And then
Tactic
yourself,
completely.
yeah, you agree, you guys are that
Yeah.
intuitive.
I'm
You're
very.
there. You're there.
You're there.
I'm
You're
I can
there.
feel both of you. You're
She's
there.
there. So you're
It's
there,
there.
yeah? But how can I ask you a question? How can you not know when a guy's finessing you?
No,
You can't feel it. How
I
can you not feel it? The guy's finessing. You just said when you love bomb
so
you.
you go on
Now I
communication.
can though, but
how do you not fulfill
in
the
my present, like where I am presently, I can. In the past, no,
No, they
because
can
I
do it
wear
again.
my heart on my
They
sleeve.
can do
What
it.
if
They
they're-
can do it
But
again.
you
What
say
if they're
women
not
are so
available,
intuitive. How
emotionally
can-
not available?
But they are, because when
like they literally
Well,
have
one at a time.
issues.
What do
So
you mean?
wait,
I feel like
Emotionally
your
are not available.
Wait.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
the
But-
men.
But how,
Okay.
how does your intuition not pick up on that?
how do your intuition not pick up on it? You just said you're so intuitive.
this is where I
How
say-
do you not
Because
pick
you
up on
get
it?
It's
fed
ignoring
a
red
lie.
flags.
It's
Oh,
yeah.
so you ignore the
ignore
red
it.
flags.
No, I
ignore it.
ignore
So
a
whose
few
fault
red
is it? Is it
flags.
the guy's
Same
fault
men.
then? Is it the guy's fault? Or do you think the girls...
No, absolutely not, because you know exactly what's going on in their life, and you know, like, it's not you, it's not personal, but you can't take on someone else's problems, although you're trying to. It's like you're damaging yourself in the whole heap.
This is
But
what a lot of...
I have a question to ask you both.
Wait, let me just close
Yeah.
this, and
Yeah.
then we'll circle
get to
back
your
to your
This is
question.
important.
Yeah, because you just answered a good question, but this is a lot of guys are like so upset with women. It's because of what you just said.
What?
Right? You said you ignore red flags, meaning, right? Women like that toxic relationship. They see the red
Oh, no,
flags.
normally I walk
and they
away.
ignore it.
Because I was emotional.
Right.
Yeah, if you're emotionally
And then the nice
care
guys-
about someone, it's harder.
I think sometimes women fall in love with the idea of love and the idea of being in a relationship,
And
and,
you-
that's why they ignore
and you
the
see
red
the
flags.
goodness in that person.
Yeah.
Well,
And
here's
then-
what the guys are saying, right? Because this is the
Yeah.
word on the street, right? All I'm saying, I'm just reporting what the girls on the
It's
street.
here at.
The word on the street is you girls don't want nice guys that we're boring, right? And then the evidence is there because the nice guys don't have red flags. We're so open. We're giving you what you want. We're giving you the time. Look at her
knows
face
it.
attention.
She knows it.
She knows it. And the nice guys are like, you girls deserve it. You choose these bad boys and ignore the red flags and complain you get hurt. And then you repeat. You choose the bad boys.
They both know.
Yeah, ignore the red flag and get hurt. And then
I know.
the good guys, the good boring guys that want to settle with you, want to listen to you, want to take you out and go romantic gestures with you, want to
want
hear
that.
your complaints every day at work.
I do.
No, you
don't- you
don't.
want
I
these
do.
guys.
I actually don't want the heartache or that. It's for me. When I
It's
live
boring.
my
You
God,
don't. I saw
no.
your smile. You were like,
No,
nah, I don't want
the
them boring
reason-
guys.
The reason why I did that is because,
Go on,
okay,
tell me.
I've just come out of a
Tell me why.
situationship. And there is a really nice guy around me who's been friends with me for about 5-6 years, and I know he likes me. And he's so, like, honestly, like, he's funny.
Oh,
So
that guy. That's
Yeah.
him.
I was gonna say.
And I just feel so bad.
But wait, how long? 5 years?
5 years.
You're sitting there for 5 years. When am I going to get that pussy? Hey, when am I going to get that pussy?
I'd be so nice.
That'd be so nice. So you guys are confirming there is no... If the nice guy's got to wait 5 years. If that nice guy
No,
turned bad...
No.
if he actually had the balls and striked while the iron was hot, like
Yeah, be a
should've
bad
done.
guy.
I would
Should've been a bad
not
boy.
be
He
the
should've
bad
been a
guy.
bad
boy. Should've been a bad
Actually
boy.
striked when I actually
Strike the iron. Bad boy, strike the
Because
iron.
back
That's
in
what-
the day I
that-
liked him, but he was too didn't think he could have me.
No, I think the nice guy
told-
has a
Put you on a
and I just
pedestal.
thought now
There's
you want
no
to step
space
up.
for nice guys in
No,
2024.
there is. They just
No,
need to
there
have
is.
game.
There
No, there's
really
not.
is. I was with a really nice
Game.
guy.
I know.
Was
It's just.
is
Some
see-
nice
Yeah,
guys
but
don't have
he
game.
had
Like my
issues
brother,
galore for sure.
I
Exactly, 'cause the nice
adore
guys
him.
are the
He's my
problem.
brother, yeah.
Okay,
They
one
actually
one at a
are.
time, let's do
One
one
at
at
a
a
time.
time.
One at a time.
This
One
is
at a
my
time.
thing. Why can't I have in the middle?
But that's
Because there's no middle. Here's why, right? Nice guys.
Is there a middle?
No, I'll tell you why there's no middle.
You let him land first, but there is. I think
Yeah,
there is.
there's a middle ground with them guys. But them guys are wifey, they got girls already.
It's
They're
too
out of the
late.
game. The middle guys, you're talking. The nice guys, right, would respect your boundaries. They won't let you get upset. They will remedy any problems before it happens. So then it's just a flowing nice guy. But the girls can see that and it's boring. Look, she's even laughing. I'm not even finished. She's like, I don't want that guy. That guy's boring me already. Boring.
Stop talking.
And these nice guys are watching and they're like, she's a bitch.
Huh?
Okay.
No whispering. Can we
So-
no whispering? No whispering.
Yeah,
No
no whispering on the
whispering.
podcast. So,
know what
like
you're
I said, the
about.
nice guys that will respect your boundaries, you're not interested in.
Kevin. Gavin.
Who's Kevin?
Said Gavin or Kevin.
Don't
Whoever
say
Gavin or
names.
Kevin is, I don't know.
So here's the
Gavin-
point. Do you see why guys are watching the podcast, right? And they're seeing girls, and we got the girls on so we can hear you girls talk so the men can listen. Because the guys are like, they don't want nice guys, but then they want the bad guys and then complain
No.
that they get
No,
bad guys.
not
So
for
nice
me.
guys are getting overlooked.
No, I think
It's not true.
that we do want the nice guys, but again, I think it depends on where you are in your life.
What did you
So
say? Let's circle back to your point. You said nice guys, they don't have game.
Some of
which is
them
a good
don't have
point.
game.
But here's the point: the nice guys don't have game. Do you know why? Because they're not playing games. So they don't need to have
No,
game.
but,
game
when I
is
say
when
game, when
no. Nice
Okay,
guys
fine,
don't have
let
game
me-
because they don't play games.
Okay, no. When I say
don't
game,
understand
I
the
mean
game.
like
They don't understand the game.
They don't understand the game.
because they just want to be honest and open.
They just
But-
wanna, I like you. I want to take you
and
out.
this is
Okay,
why we're doing
yeah,
a
I hear
podcast to show
that. I wanna
the
cook-
nice guys
I wanna
that
cook
they
for
gotta
you.
have game because
Yeah.
you
I
girls
want to clean
just
for
play
you.
games.
It's disgusting.
Wouldn't you say you girls just play games?
no.
When did they say?
They
They
both
just play
agree,
games.
but
I
they
think
just
no.
deny
I
it.
think nice
Yeah.
guys do have a chance.
But
chance for
you
what?
girls just want to play games. You're not
No,
interested in
not
nice guys. You
No,
want some
to be
games.
fair, my last
She didn't even talk
my,
about it.
my last guy, I wouldn't say
sure.
he was a bad guy because he was a very open book and we both knew what it was. Okay, it was just a lot of other shit that was going on in his life, but
Is this the one you was emotionally supporting?
no, yeah, like just as a friend, like more so. But I,
What does that even mean? Emotionally support. You know, like emotional support means like, oh, guess what? Like I went through a bad time. My girl was there for me. She emotionally supported me. It's a small period of time you emotionally support. You
Yeah.
don't be in a relationship. Oh, emotionally supported for like a year. What the hell?
No.
That's not a tangible asset.
you can't-
What do
you
you mean you
can't- it's not
emotionally support? Yeah,
It's
it's
a
not a
therapist.
relationship. It's a therapist.
well, yeah, like you can you emotionally support your friend. You emotionally support.
Yeah, when
But
they're
that's
going through
friendship.
something.
Yeah,
But
and
I'm not.
let's say that person's going through something, so you were friends and you cross.
Yeah, but
that
if
line.
he says why, like, imagine you said why me and King friends. I said, I give emotional support. That's what you said. You said
no, I said because I can't
the
say
value.
I
You said that was the
saw-
value.
No, no, it wasn't.
Okay,
that
sorry.
was my value, being understanding and being there, not being materialistic. That's what I
Okay.
brought to the table. But
So you want a medal for
the-
not
no,
wanting
the
a
red
rich
flag
man?
for me was.
So you want a medal for not- that's what you said, I'm not materialistic.
In his eyes, yeah, because that's what he seemed to think. That's
you-
what women wanted.
you-
but I proved that
Yeah.
wasn't the case.
I
in
think
this
we should
case,
go to the next question.
Yeah, it's probably too much.
Let's get
no,
a medal.
I've got
a medal
a
for her
question.
because she's
No,
not materialistic. Do
get
you
off
want a
the-
medal too?
Can we just get off the...
She didn't say she's not. She's
Yeah,
not. Keep it quiet.
You didn't give me a chance. I want to
didn't give me a chance.
know. Boys, guys. No, I've got a serious
Sorry.
question. Why
Yeah,
do you
go on.
guys come back
Come back where? I never go back.
to a girl?
I never go back.
So
I can tell you. I'll tell you why guys come
Why
back.
do guys come back? But
You go back.
in a
I
serious
don't go back.
way.
No, because I can see the psychology behind why men go back. Do you know why?
But let's say it's
Gotcha.
like a long time, and that person will even will come back.
Because it's a challenge. Men will go back to the challenge. That girl still wants me. I know she does. All I got to do is send her a message.
But what if they don't?
Send her a lie to say,
What
oh, I
if
miss
that girl
her.
cuts you off nearly for a year and literally refuses to see you, but you literally still...
Yeah, he's trying to get her back. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's game. It's a challenge. Like I said, it's a challenge. And if the girls accept it, then they're like, I know I'll get her. Because that guy's thinking, well, I've got nothing to miss.
Yeah.
I ain't spoke to her for a year. what I'm gonna do is send a message. I'm not gonna call
Yeah.
her. I bet he doesn't call you. He messaged because he's like nothing to do. You
Well,
can
they
tell him
just
to
turn
go
up
away.
outside your house.
Yeah. I don't know about that. That's
Or
just
whatever.
breaking all sort of boundaries. Yeah.
Yeah.
Different level.
Yeah.
That's different level. That's obsession. That's yeah. But yeah, that's why guys normally tend to
Yeah.
relight the fire with people.
So you said men go wrong with communication and not messaging.
Consistency.
Consistency. And what did you say?
Some communication. If you give good communication, then.
But is that
What's the form of communication?
But
Would you say?
how do you even know that communication's not a lie? Like if it's,
What's your form of communication? You saying that men?
just be an open book. Just say it as it is. Let us know what's going on. And then no one's got hurt feelings, have they?
But what about if men were to say the truth, like and they say to girls, "Listen, you're just not good enough to be with me. You're good enough to
darling.
chill."
You're mid-tier and I'm top. That's impossible.
Look at your face. You're not ready for the truth. I just gave you one, and then you was like,
I'd be like, you're delusional.
"He's delusional.
Right.
And he doesn't want you. He's delusional.
Delusional, mate. Delusional.
doesn't- I like that.
know
No,
what
it's true, though.
I know what I bring to the table,
100%.
and if I can look at you
Emotional
and go,
support.
if I know what's going on in your life and what's
Yeah.
going on in mine, and what you bring, not even about looks,
Yeah,
just
sure.
in general, I'm like, no,
Yeah.
come
So
on
you
now,
you
mate.
should want a rich man, if that's the case.
No, but I don't.
But if you bring all this to the table, you
But
should.
why should I?
She
Why
wants
can't I
a
just
man
have?
who's
I just
rich
want
at
someone
heart.
who's rich at heart, who's got like good to his family and a good person.
Yeah, but ultimately, a man should be,
A provider.
That's the
Financially
case.
stable.
So I think where you're going
I don't
wrong.
want a broke guy that can't take me to Nando's.
Well,
like,
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. We're going to have to pause, like rewind this whole podcast. Wait.
but I,
Wait.
Can
Let
I,
me speak.
Can I ask you
Did
something?
you just say
Are you
you're not
offended?
materialistic,
No,
but you don't want a broke guy?
no, that can't.
In the same sentence.
That can't take me to
we gotta-
Nando's. I don't
we
expect.
gotta-
That's gonna be your.
That's going to be like your
I'm
5-second clip for
I'm-
like clickbait.
How about clickbait?
I'm not 15 years old. Listen.
So wait, where's this?
Okay.
Wait.
I was recently told it's not okay for a woman
Yeah.
to like. Let's say a guy takes you out 3-4 times and he pays every time.
Why did you say it like that's like a small thing? That's huge. A guy takes you out.
Let's
That's like
say-
a grand.
Wait,
That could be
3
a
or 4
grand.
times
That
before
could be
you
a grand.
thinks about it.
Can I ask you,
Sure,
is
go
it
on, sorry.
offensive if
Yeah.
she wants to pay for dinner next time? Like, or like,
I think it's demasculating.
What? Say it again. If a guy,
yeah, because I was told that absolutely no way will you ever pay, not even for a drink.
who
and-
on 4 dates,
Like, yeah. So,
and you've been living your life like that.
no, like this.
No,
this-
wait,
the
wait.
last guy that I was with,
Yeah, sure.
like basically,
What did he say?
wasn't in a great financial space, but yet he still insisted on always paying when we went out. And I'm
Yeah.
not saying he said to me, I can't take just places that I would normally want to take someone. I'm like, but I'm happy to go
should say
somewhere
that,
and
but
chill.
anyway.
So wait, go on. So what's the 4? You said 4 dates.
So let's say like after the 4th date, whatever, and I said to him like, well, what's wrong with if I wanted to like pay for dinner? Or
Yeah.
he's like, no, absolutely not. It will never happen.
I
It's
think
not
it's quite demasculating.
right.
It's demasculating for a woman
But
to
is
pay
it?
the
That's
bill.
my question because you know
I feel
how
like the man
is.
because
feels
guys say women are
demasculated.
gold diggers.
I mean,
right?
okay, here's this.
But yeah, if a woman sometimes wants to treat her man, is that such a big thing, or is that seen as a bad thing?
The
I'll
dinner,
tell you-
the
I'll tell you
dinner thing
what.
is not
Yeah, go on.
it's not a thing. If you want to buy him something, then okay. But
Yeah.
taking him out is just demasculating completely.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what though.
Well, why are
Just-
you putting them in
but
their
this is-
feminine energy? Why are
But
you
here's
putting yourself
the
in
thing,
your
right?
masculine energy?
Here's a question to you. Yeah, because you said the guy paid 4 times, and you asked him, "Can I take you out on the 5th one?" And he was like, "No." Yeah.
No, I didn't
The
actually
difference-
ask him, but I just said like, you
Yeah.
know, what would be like,
inquired.
he brought it up.
Yeah,
And
but
I-
do you think that's
he
an
said he'll never allow
entitlement?
it.
And you think that's an entitlement that women have then?
No, I don't
because
expect it.
because here's what
Not
women
all the
say.
time.
You know, like they're sitting at the table, they're having dinner, and then the bill comes, and they go search for a pocket. No, don't worry about that. Okay, cool. All right. That's what
Yeah.
you are doing basically.
Yeah.
Can you ask them? Oh, I won't get. Can I get the 5th one? No. Okay. What about the 6th one? No. Okay. A real woman will pay the bill before she wouldn't listen to man. She said, no, I'm going. I'm
agree.
paying. So,
Yeah.
so therefore, you didn't really want to pay the bill, but you sat here saying, "Oh, I asked
No,
him to pay
I
on the
wasn't
5th.
in the position to
I asked
do
him to pay on the
it.
5th."
100%.
It was a
But the
conversation.
fact is, you don't want it because you feel it's an entitlement that women have, and they openly
no, I
accept.
don't think that at all.
Is that it's right?
No,
Because
she's
I was
saying at
told-
the point that they were in that conversation.
It was
and
a
that
conversation.
part
We
of
weren't
the
even
conversation.
out
Oh
at
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
time.
Oh, okay.
And they
yeah.
just said it would be unacceptable. The way that the culture they came from, the way he's been raised, he would be like absolutely not.
But do
It
you
would
think
never
that's a big
happen.
privilege that women have that it goes unspoken. Like that
Well, I
men
don't
always
think it's very
provide
fair.
it.
We're living in this day and age. You're living in London. I don't.
But you accepted that generosity when he paid for everything.
Of course, but why can't you accept mine?
Which
If
is-
I want to go and
What
pay the cinema
generosity?
tonight or book the tickets, like
But that's
you're
not
gonna,
generosity. If he pays 6 times, 10 times, you pay once. That's not generous.
but they're not
So
giving
what's
you
the
the option, are they? They're going straight up to the bar and doing it or paying the bill before you can even do it.
But that's the thing. This is what guys are taking about. Women have got
Yeah.
these privileges that
But there is women
they
that
don't speak
literally
about.
will never do it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
There is
And we're
women that will never
we
do
know
it
you're a
for
good
you.
girl. We're not talking about you specifically,
No.
but we're talking about a bunch of women
Yeah.
that they do get that privilege. Men will pay, but that's the privilege that women are just
I
accepted.
guess that. Do you think that comes from childhood too, though?
Yeah, that's society.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a societal
Because it
thing.
does, right?
Yeah, but
We've
that's
been
not
raised
through
that way.
childhood. That's through society programming.
It's 100%,
masculine. That's
yeah.
roles. That's
And
the
I don't
gender
think
roles.
there's a country in the world that
Yeah.
not like that. But men are providers and leaders.
But what do you think about this then? There's a good woman, right? Just because of this fact that
Yeah.
men should pay for the first date.
And there is some
even second or
cultures
third.
that are really against it. My ex is Albanian, and it's like a no-no.
Yeah.
I couldn't even buy a piece of gum, and it's like
100%.
it's a bit like.
But what do you think about this though? Because this is what women are doing. They're lining up dates, 3 dates a week,
I think it's trash.
so they
I
can
know
go
what you're
out
saying.
and
Oh
get
no,
3 meals.
I've heard about this.
Yeah, you heard about it because it's common. Girls
The whole
I can go out.
dating, Tinders, dating.
They're going out,
trash,
different
gold
girls,
diggers.
different guys, just to get the 3
Can I
meals.
be honest with you? I'm the girl who's single sometimes for a year in between a guy, and I'm happy
So wait,
sitting
what do you
at
think of
home.
that-
Just,
what do you
this
say?
is why I'm single.
Yeah, but
do you
I'm
think-
a hermit.
what do you call them girls?
Well, yeah, are they
Gold
trash?
diggers.
Huh?
They're trash.
They're
Gold
trash.
diggers.
Yeah, but
Hoes.
then
I wouldn't say they're hoes. I'd say they're gold
if they're
diggers.
sleeping with them.
okay, so wait.
Yeah, if that's
So they're gold diggers. So how do you advise men strategize? Because we first want to take a nice girl out and we want to pay for her. How do we know it's not that girl
I
doing
will
that?
describe
just
these women
paying?
as the reason why the good girls
Go on.
are losing at the game. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay, cool.
Amen.
Yeah.
Close.
Yeah.
So,
You
so
bitches are the
Well
reason why I'm
said.
single.
what are these women like? What are these women like? That's what he's trying to ask. What are these women?
Like-
Yeah, could you help the guys? How can
Yeah.
guys differentiate between you being a real girl that say you
Give
don't
them
like
time.
finance,
Give them time.
Maintenance.
but the time is
No,
there's
give them
costing them
time.
money,
Well,
resources, and it's costing their
talk
time.
to them.
How
for
about
longer
then
than a day
don't
before
turn
you
around when
take
she
them
says, "Oh,
out.
let me."
Okay, one mic
when
at
she
a
wants to go
time.
and buy
Which
tickets, it's
Go on, Anna. Sorry, go on. You got a
Talk to
point.
them for longer than a day or two before you take them out. Like, get to know them a little bit.
Okay,
yeah.
but these girls are so good at
They're
faking.
so good at finessing.
They're so good at pretending to be good
Then
girls.
level
Yeah,
up your game and
well-
be good at finessing back.
Yeah, but 2 wrongs don't make a right.
No.
They don't.
So what we're basically
But-
saying that there's no real way men can detect between these
Same
girls
way-
are lying.
the same
I
way
would,
we
I would say
can't.
don't spend on them.
Yeah, but then
Take
the
them
girls.
to a cheap date.
Don't spend on them. See, and if they
But you said-
if they don't
You
turn
know
up,
how
then
to
you know.
test a girl?
Yeah.
Take her to Nando's in a cinema instead of freaking Nobu or buying her shoes in a
Exactly.
handbag within the first month.
100%.
But you still
I'm
have to
not gonna
pay.
lie, I've never
Yeah.
been taken on a
Perfect
bougie
example.
date.
But
There was,
Nando's is still-
there was a personal trainer that my friend knows who contacted me recently, and he said, "Oh, get Jade to contact me because I'll
Yeah.
give her free personal
exposing
training
everyone
if she
today.
goes on a date with me." No, I don't.
What?
Want to, if she goes on a date
Like
with me,
Jeffrey Epstein's bitch.
So I said, absolutely not. So anyway, he texts me to say, "Oh, Banny gave me your number." I shouldn't even say the name, really, should I? But anyway,
was his name?
Yeah, go on.
yeah. I said my friend's name, and
Yeah.
I just thought, oh my god, like, dude, I was just looking interested in doing. She suggested him because she can't do it, and then I got a text message 3 days ago while I'm at work. Do you want to go? It's really cold, isn't it? Do you want to go to the Maldives? Question mark, or somewhere hot of your choice? I've not even had a coffee with you, and there is obviously women that would be like, I'll go on that holiday.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything worse than going on holiday with somebody who
So women are getting,
I'm
like,
not attracted
romanced.
to. I have no conversation with you. We have nothing in common. And why am I going to sit in a beautiful place like that with somebody that... And there is women that actually will do it.
And I think it's the majority of women, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Can
And the
I,
men, yeah, so go.
I drop the last question that
Yeah, sure.
because we're on this subject.
Yeah.
What do you think about, sex workers and OnlyFans and porn stars and things like that?
Okay, when it comes to the OnlyFans thing, I have got a friend who does it, and she only does literally lingerie, swimwear, and does get a lot of money for doing it.
So she's
As for
important.
escorts and things like that,
But what about the women just sexualizing themselves on Instagram and stuff, showing the pictures and,
No class.
no class?
Why would someone want to wife that?
yeah.
I get it if you're being paid for it, like you're an influencer, whatever. Like you're.
But that's
getting
the same
paid for,
thing.
like,
But what if
But that's the
you're
same thing.
a fitness,
not necessarily.
what if you're a fitness
like,
model?
Yeah, if you're a fitness model or like a
Or you're-
But these girls ain't
lingerie
model. Come
or
on,
it's
these girls
swimwear.
online, they're not models.
Right, okay. I think
they
we live in a
deliberately-
different
yeah, sure,
generation
go.
now with like the
Yeah.
Instagram influencers or whatever.
Because they're
But I would look
yeah.
at that and be like, no class, because why does every other man get to see you?
Yeah,
You're meant to be for that one
Do you think
person.
so you're saying they're not
I'm
wifey
a little bit
material?
more open-minded about it because I did a lot.
all of them.
Yeah,
They're not wifey material. Not all of them, or just is it a no for men? If you had a little brother, yeah, and he's dating an Instagram model who shows her ass and everything, what are you saying to him?
I mean, that's.
So for me, if okay,
So you're not accepting
okay,
it.
It's not
okay,
accepted.
I think
It's
there's
not
a fine
I
line.
wouldn't accept it because my dad can view those pictures.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For me, I think if
Yeah.
you're into sport or you're literally helping women like grow, like with their body, like you're showing what you look like, and that, I think there's nothing wrong with a bikini picture or but there's sexualizing there's a sexual bikini picture trying to allure men, or there's been like
I'm sorry, but all
where I've come
bikini
to.
pictures are alluring.
But come on, you go to a beach and you're going to see like
All bikini pictures.
100%.
If they're posted,
you're not trying to make money from men messaging. You're not trying to do that. You're trying to like inspire other women, like body wise. I think there's a fine line.
I think
I don't think you could put those women in the same category as women who sell their body.
I think it's a
for
complete
sex.
no across the board. If you're in a relationship,
Oh, if you're in a
I don't
relationship,
think you should be posting any type of flesh like that. I just think it's wrong.
I don't even
Yeah,
think
you
it's
do.
necessarily that you have to.
Yeah.
be
So
in
if you had a
relationship.
girlfriend or a wife and you were on holiday,
No, she's not doing- she's
and
not-
there's a picture of you both on the beach in the Maldives, and
Yeah.
she's looking hot, you're in your swim
If we're
trunks, she's in a
together, it's
bikini,
different. Together is different.
and there's one of her sitting on a little swing somewhere, and
No.
you know, sharks in the
herself,
background.
by herself, I believe that she's doing it for other people, 100%.
But what if there's no other people on there other than just friends and family, or like it's?
So why would she do that?
Yeah, the reason we're asking
interesting.
because women feel like they can pretty much get all the benefits,
Yeah.
and still like have a man, have a relationship, and still think it's okay to put out pictures on her Instagram and her in revealing sort of like clothing. Yeah, just to keep men attraction because they're doing it. The fact of the matter is they're doing it for attention and likes and clicks.
I agree.
I think that comes a lot down to a lot of insecurities as well.
Insecurity.
And I think it's happening a lot though.
in the women or the
Yeah.
men.
I feel like women,
Other
and
women-
some men too, I guess, like that show off their bodies a lot, that they want attention. But I think a lot of women, and I think there is women that I know that are in relationships, will still give another man a time of day. And I just think you must be so insecure that you need that attention from somebody else. Like he's either not giving you that attention. But then I say to myself, is it really your partner's responsibility to make you completely happy? No, because it's not for my man solely to make me feel beautiful all the time. Like, you've got to feel that in yourself. You're never going to be happy unless you feel that yourself.
Okay, we'll end it with one more question, last question. Okay, a little 5-minute question. Is the last question of the day is: do some women deserve to be cheated on?
Oh my God.
We got to ask.
Yes.
Controversial.
It's controversial.
The hoes that are cheating on their men.
So the girls
Some
cheating.
women
Yeah,
deserve to be
if
cheated
she's
on.
doing
And I
it, you do it.
No, not
whatever.
because of that. I'll tell you a scenario. Let's say a man in a relationship, married with his missus, he looks after kids, he pays the house, pays the bills.
Kyle Walker.
And then the girl,
Who's
right?
called- the footballer.
Yeah, have you heard about
Yeah,
that
yeah,
recently?
yeah.
No, I don't know about that.
You fathered 2 children with the same behind your woman's back. Yeah.
Oh,
But-
I heard about that.
So she deserved that? No.
Okay, so we're talking about you give your situation, then you can say, man,
in every situation.
married, or he's with a girl, and then she doesn't want to have sex with him. Right? She's unattracted to him.
Have therapy.
He's having
Wait.
He's doing advances to her 5 times a
She's
day.
not
She's
having it.
saying no.
Leave her.
He still loves her, but she doesn't want to have sex with him,
What if they have kids together?
and he does everything for her.
Staying together doesn't make the kids happy. If you're not happy, the kids won't be happy in the long run.
Okay, so back to the question.
Do you think they should cheat? Do you think the man
Does
is allowed
that
to cheat?
woman
Leave
deserves to
her.
be-
If it's not working, leave.
You don't think he's allowed? What about yourself?
I don't think he should cheat.
I think
that's where
I think you need to leave if there's a problem.
But
and
what about the
then-
woman?
But what about the woman
Yeah,
loves
why-
the man?
why isn't the
so
woman-
wait, you're trying to say the woman loves the man. They love each other.
Yeah, and
they
he's
got a
cheating.
relationship. No, they in a relationship. He's not cheating. They love each other. They got a family. Like let's say they got a family, but she doesn't want to have sex with him anymore.
I think that's where communication comes
Why
in.
she love-
I'm like,
No.
why?
But-
That's your man.
But this is it. They don't want to have
Then
sex.
she's
She
not
doesn't have sex.
happy. She's not attracted to him anymore.
So what should he do then? What's your
He
answer?
needs to leave because
So
at the end
you're
of the day,
saying
if
leave?
she's
No,
done, she's
and break
done.
up
He
a
needs
what?
to leave. I don't think so. I think that's where communication
But can you make
comes
yourself
in.
physically attracted to someone again? When
Yeah.
you
How
know?
can he communicate
But
attraction back?
I'm just thinking of it from a deeper level. Yeah, I'm just thinking like I'm not thinking of it in like a general league.
I just think
because she's not
sexual
giving you
chemistry is
sex.
so important in
It
relationships.
is.
Yeah, I know,
It
but I
is
think it's too
So
easy
wait,
to say
if
leave.
sexual,
Yeah, I think
It's
it's
too
too
easy.
easy.
It's
Firstly,
too
you're
easy.
not working hard enough for it. So you'd obviously like you said, like work hard for it. Like do everything that you can. Don't just leave.
Yeah,
But then
no, I don't
also,
mean
I
that.
think-
But I think if it gets to the point where it's going nowhere, don't.
Yeah,
cheating's-
but there's like communication
Cheating's
will
no
come into it,
excuse.
and then once communication and therapy comes into it, if you've done everything you can, then cool, leave. But if there's still things that you can do to progress that and to make, because you don't know what's going on in her mind, she could be like,
No, 100%.
You know,
But what
like-
I'm saying is,
What's
when it comes down to the cheating, absolutely not. It's not acceptable.
it's not acceptable.
Because you got children and you're affecting them by cheating on whichever
So
way it
what-
works.
the
But
point
whose
is-
fault is that? Because he's not getting the sex.
The point is, women are
Could be his
weaponizing.
fault too.
Okay, so listen to this. The truth is,
I
Yeah,
mean-
but it's probably not because he's the one trying it and she's not having it. So
the fact of the matter is,
she should leave ultimately.
yeah, the fact of the matter
Yeah,
is, right?
true, yeah. If she's not happy.
This is what's
depends
happening.
on what's happening though. It depends on the deeper rooted issue.
Yeah.
But this is what's
depends on-
happening in
depends on
relationships.
what's happening.
Women are weaponizing sex in relationships. That's the bottom line. If they're upset
what
with a
do you mean?
guy, they say, "Okay, nothing for you."
Well, that
Oh, you want?
was-
Oh, what do women say? Okay,
We
you want this
don't.
sex? Okay, make sure you do the dishes. Oh, did you take me out? Take me out, and then we can get it. So that's the form. They're weaponizing sex, and
But that's stupid.
Is that
because
okay?
A man can get it from anywhere, and just like.
but this
the
is what women are doing.
can.
This is what I'm trying to say. Is it okay for men to cheat then? If women are
No,
using
but
sex
I
as a
feel like
weapon
that's just such a
to control their
generalised-
man,
I feel like that's just such a generalized question, though. I feel like it's a lot more deep rooted than that,
it's a simple question.
About sex.
but it's not.
I gave you a simple situation where a woman doesn't want to have sex with her man, right?
I don't think it's that simple.
What isn't also?
Wait, are you trying to
I just
defend? Are
feel
you trying to
like-
defend the women that are just not attracted to their men and don't want to have sex with their men?
No, I just think it really.
We don't
depends on
care
what
why
it
the
is.
reason.
They're not attracted anymore. There's something wrong
We
with
don't know
it.
why.
That's deeper.
I'll tell you why.
If it's just, you didn't buy me the bag I want, or you didn't take me out Friday night, so you're getting no sex, that's a bit like, yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you the reason why. So it's not me, not you. Married men now
Yeah.
are saying the wives are not giving them sex. That's
But why are they
that's
not giving them
it's
sex?
it's massive. Right now, like men are in sexless marriages.
Okay,
Some
but
men are
why?
starting to be in sexless relationships.
But for why?
Why? What? Sorry.
Sorry, I don't mean to
Why?
No, it's true though.
Well,
Why are they
if men
not
if
doing
men are
it?
saying if men are coming out, there's big movement men saying they're in sexless marriages. Their wife don't have sex with them, right? Why are you asking men why their wife? I'm asking you as a
Are
lady.
they not talking to their wives?
Why is it the man's fault? It's always the man's fault.
The point is,
If they want it,
Whatever
they're
reason
not
is-
getting it.
of
but-
course, and you think they ain't done
Do you
that?
have exactly?
Yeah.
They're
So
trying.
What are they getting? What's the biggest response?
There is
Like,
some. They
I'm
don't
not
want to
in
have
the-
sex.
I'm not in the mood. I'm
They're
tired.
not in the mood. I'm
All
tired.
of this.
Work. Get off. Men are
Yeah.
trying to
that's a
advance.
massive relationship breakdown fail.
So what do you think these men in sexless marriages should do?
So
Leave. Find another woman.
They should leave their wife.
Yeah.
Okay, and you think the same, or you think therapy then leave?
I think therapy and then leave. I think find the deep rooted issue and
you
then
know if
leave.
it's over or whether it's worth fighting for, and you make that choice. And if it's worth fighting for, you love them. The children,
But I'm
then
just thinking,
fine.
like, as women, yeah, we're a bag of hormones.
say it how
Ain't that
it
the
is.
very truth?
Say it how it is.
That's why I'm saying, like, I think it's.
But would you understand them
rooted
if men are cheating in these situations? Would you understand?
But that's why I'm saying I think
but
it's deep rooted and
100%,
find
but-
the issue and then leave.
Again, but do you understand? Would you say in some cases when men are cheating, it's plausible? Would you say you understand if they're in sexless marriages or sexless relationships?
Do the therapy and then leave.
So okay, you don't want to answer the question. So I guess that's a yes. You understand. You don't understand.
No, I get
Jada,
it. But
do you understand? Would you understand then why men are cheating, and you understand? You sympathise with these men in
Oh,
these
don't
relationships.
sympathise with the cheating. Leave. Grow some balls and leave. If you don't want to be with her,
So you won't. Could these men don't want to break up the family?
no,
They cheat and
bad
keep the
excuse,
family.
Bad excuse.
So you'll say break the
You're
family
happy-
up.
So you want your wife.
So you'll say break the family up for some pussy. Is that what you're saying?
No, I
That's what
said
you. That's what,
That's what you're saying.
That's what she said.
Break up. I'm breaking up with you to get some pussy. Right, babe. Anyway, I love you, but I'm
Break
gonna break
the
up with you. I'm gonna get some
family
pussy. I'll be right back.
because your wife ain't giving it to you. And the fact is, if she listen, a relationship's both ways, okay? And I'm sorry, like a woman needs to keep a man happy.
100%. And if they're not doing that,
if you're not doing your side of the,
so you must be okay with the guy then. You're agreeing that the guy is okay.
I'm agreeing that he wants
can go
to
and cheat.
No, I don't agree he should cheat.
What should he do?
Leave her because she's not. She
And
doesn't,
then cheat.
She doesn't
And then
want
have
to be
sex.
with you enough to give it to you. That's how I see it.
Okay, so you'll say, is this ethical then? He loves his wife.
I mean, it depends how long they're waiting for the sex.
But what about
I mean,
this?
we're talking about like 1 or 2 nights.
But what about this then? So we take your situation. He's in a relationship. He's in a marriage. He's got his wife. He's got his kids. He says, "I want to leave you." He leaves her, have sex for a month, and gets back with her. Is that ethical?
Okay.
Would you
No.
agree with that? What?
No,
So what, you're just contradicting yourself.
because it's going back. He's just cut.
That's like
his
when
fun.
Ross and Rachel went on a break and it wasn't a break, but it was a break.
See?
Yeah, that's
I think
confusing.
that's it rebuilds. So that's what you're saying. It's more ethical.
Is he? Has he?
So you're
told,
still so.
Listen, you can't ever. Okay, then that's what I'm saying is when you leave a relationship, you can't guarantee you not wanting to be back with that person.
I'm simply saying.
Maybe the guy
Can
should
you
just-
understand? And you can be understand. So
Well, do
you're
you know,
saying
but
you're
the-
condoning cheating.
Who is?
You.
No, I'm not. I will not condone
In these
cheating.
situations where the women are withholding sex,
You're
you can
well,
understand it at least.
I can understand
alright.
why.
Yeah.
Because men's minds work different, clearly. But I mean,
I've got girls to condone cheating. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what else I can do.
I couldn't.
Not come out of my mouth.
I couldn't condone it. Could you?
All right, we're gonna end it there.
I'd have to leave.
Thank you, girls, very much. And yeah, episode 6 signing out.
Oh, damn.